Good evening, Avalon Crossing. It is episode 2 of your community updates, and I will try to do these as often as possible. As long as we have relevant information to give to you, we will have new episodes. And the intent is just to try to increase communication and transparency, keep people in the loop, and keep people involved with what's going on here and exchange information so that everyone kind of understands what's happening, where we're going, and how they can get involved. So we're going to try to keep this video under 20 minutes. I'm going to be giving some reminders, and I'm also going to be going over a lot of new information. You definitely want to stay till the very end again. And I may be moving through some of these slides very quickly, so bear with me, and we'll get into it. So the first update is that your board is having a board workshop next week, Thursday at 6:30 p.m. You will be able to attend via Zoom, and the email will be sent out sometime next week to give everybody the information how to get on Zoom. You're definitely going to want to try to be at this workshop. What we did was Richard had us all pick our top 5 priorities, which I'm sharing with you here what was selected, and we are going to be going over the top 6 because there was a tie. We also have some secondary priorities that are probably going to be coming up shortly, and so this is where we're at. I'm not saying this is exactly what we will be talking about at the workshop, but this is what's giving us an idea and guiding our workshop to what we will be discussing. Now, if there's something that's not on here that you feel is a priority for the board, please utilize our feedback survey to let us know what some other priorities are. They may be something we already are aware of because there are several things that we consider that are not on these 2 lists because they didn't get voted on. There's just 4 of us right now picking 5 each, and we have a lot to do, but there might be some things we haven't considered. We're only 4 brains and we can't think of everything. And that's why feedback and input and involvement from homeowners is so critical, because there may be some things that you have in your head or you see or you notice or you observe that we're not, that we don't see or we don't have an awareness of. So use that feedback form, give us some feedback, let us know what some things are that you would like to see us take a look at, focus on, and get working on. Next, one of our priorities, our top priorities, like you probably saw on that last slide, was our clubhouse. So that was high on the board members. We understand that we're sitting on an underutilized asset here at Avalon Crossing. It's been there, and we need to do something with our clubhouse. It could be such a having our clubhouse able to be used will benefit our homeowners and our initiatives so much and help get people involved. So we have a presentation that is going to be given at the workshop. You don't want to miss it, so you can kind of see the vision for the clubhouse and what we're thinking about doing with it. It's just a proposal. It's an idea. It's a vision. Nothing is set in stone. The board will still have to consider it and vote on it. This is a workshop, so there are no decisions being made. But if you want to come and hear what's kind of being discussed and what we're thinking about doing and what we're thinking, then come to the workshop so you can hear, and you may be able to provide some input as well, because we're in the very beginning phases of everything. So if you think that there's something else we could be doing, something more, something different, this is the time to give your input. All right, so the next thing is we had that community event. I think it went very well. I'm so happy that we had a large amount of involvement. I made a video of the event and I gave a special shout out. Thank you to all the people who contributed and helped. So if you missed that, please watch that video to the end. I meant to put that slide in here as well, and I didn't get it in here. So I will get that slide in episode 3 because I really want everyone to be acknowledged for their efforts. There were so many homeowners who came out to help out with that, and we would love to get your feedback on how that went. You do not have to have attended the event to provide feedback. If you have ideas, if you know of any food trucks, if you have food trucks ideas, if you have activity ideas, if anything like that, if this is a great time opportunity to help build our next event. And I am still considering the frequency. In my head I'm thinking once a quarter, but I don't want to burn out volunteer efforts and not get a lot of people coming. So I would like feedback on, would you come out once a quarter? Should we do it once every 6 months? Should we do another one at the end of the quarter, at the end of September, or should we wait until the end of December? Like, what are your ideas? Do you have any ideas of themes, games, activities, ways we can get to know each other better, get us talking to each other? Any idea is definitely helpful. We have a link tree. It says community event feedback on there, and you can just scan this QR code or go to our link tree at it's linktr.ee / Avalon Crossing, and then you will get to our link tree and you can fill out that survey and give us input. That we would definitely be valuable. All right, so we're going to go over some pool etiquette. I'm going to talk to you about some things that have been going on behind the scenes at the next slide, but your board members have been hearing your concerns. We've been getting concerns and complaints about what's going on at the pool, and we are working on getting a rules set in motion and a rule sign that's large enough for everybody to see. In the meantime, as we have that very high on our radar, we just want to go over some basic pool etiquette. Now, this is basic pool etiquette, and this is also some reminders that are very important. So, one, keep the volume on your devices at a minimum level so it's not disturbing the people around you. This is a community pool. This is not a personal pool. Your neighbors are using the pool as well. So be mindful of music with profanity, explicit language, material that's not appropriate for children. People are bringing their families to the pool, and we all want to be able to enjoy the pool. So be considerate of the environment and the people around you who are also utilizing the pool. Think about bringing headphones. Most of them are waterproof now. If you like having your theme music in your ear while you're vibing at the pool, I get it. I do too. Maybe wear some headphones while you're doing that. You can listen to it as loud as you want if it's in your ears. So let's just keep that in mind. Also, help keep our restrooms clean. We've had a few incidents recently where the pool cleaning lady has had to come out and do a special cleaning because of feces on the walls and on the floors. Now, when that happens, we have to pay additional monies to the pool cleaning lady for that additional cleaning. That's affecting all of us because it's coming out of our homeowner budget. So we want to make sure that's not happening. If you have children using the bathroom, accompany them to the bathroom to make sure they're cleaning up after themselves and not using messes. Make sure that you are not allowing other people into the bathrooms using your key fob or holding the door for someone so they can go to the bathroom. I know it's uncomfortable, but the key fob device is there for a reason. We need to use our key fobs to get into the pool and to utilize the bathroom, because if someone gets into the bathroom who doesn't even go here, that's my Mean Girl energy. Is one of my favorite movies, as a side. So if we're letting somebody who doesn't even live here into our bathrooms, into our pool, they may not really be invested in what this asset, this investment that we have, the pool that we use, and they may destroy it, and it'll be hard for us to do anything about it. But if everybody's using their key fob and we have a repeat offender or somebody is messing up our bathroom, we can track that person down by pulling the key fob use and the camera footage, and we could potentially put a stop to somebody who is doing things in our bathroom. So we need your help with that, and we need you to make sure you're only using your key fob when you go in the bathroom, and you're not letting other people in the bathroom or in the pool without a key fob. Also, please, children under 16 should be accompanied by an adult caregiver. This is for safety reasons. Young ones can get in trouble into the pool, and even adults sometimes struggle in the pool. And if nobody is there looking out for the young one and something happens and they get in trouble, it can happen so fast. Even if they're there 5-10 minutes and you're on your way, do not have your children going to the pool without an adult caregiver. Again, this is basic community pool etiquette. Please be mindful of these things. We are going to get some of these rules actually solidified and put in motion so that everyone will have to follow these. But for now, just keep this pool etiquette in mind, and please consider these things when you're utilizing the pool. Next, we got a little behind the scenes tea for you. We've been really working hard behind the scenes, and I know sometimes you don't see everything that's going on, and maybe people can be frustrated thinking that things aren't being addressed and they're happening. And I just wanted to give you some of that feedback loop about what's going on behind the scenes. We've heard the concerns about the pool cleanliness and maintenance, and we're leaning into Coastal, our property management, about the brown spots at the bottom of the pool. One of your board members, excuse me, Sylvia has recognized that needs to be addressed, and she is following up with Coastal to make sure that is taken care of, along with various other things that are concerns that have risen to our attention. A board member has been at the pool at least once every day for the last week and a half, so we're really trying to have more of we're really trying to have more of a hands-on approach to make sure that we're holding our property management company accountable for what they're supposed to be doing. So we hear you about your concerns about the pool, and we are working on that. Also, we're raising the bar on cleanliness. We're working on getting that pressure washing done. We're holding our service providers accountable and communicating clearly the cleanliness status. We've talked to them about the smell coming from the cleaning equipment closet. We're asking them to store their equipment properly. We're going over things with them, and we're coming back and we're checking that when we address something with them, that they're taking care of it. And we are double checking and making sure that these things are getting accounted for. Also, meeting minutes. One of your board members has leaned in on Coastal about ensuring meeting minutes are posted in the portal so everyone stays informed and in the loop. Your president, Richard, has been working diligently on gathering all required paperwork and checks and certifications so that we can officially occupy the clubhouse. As I said, we're looking to get that clubhouse able for it to be utilized. It's going to be a process, but we want to at least begin to start having our workshops there, some of our meetings with our committees, our volunteer teams, and using it to a degree. And so that's been happening behind the scenes. We're also keeping Coastal in the know, maintaining communication with them about the issues we see so they can address them quickly and effectively. Each board member on the board right now, they bring their own gifts, talents, knowledge, and know-how to this team. I believe we have a really good team right now, and we are all working together to make sure things start to improve, and you start to see some forward motion on some of these things that have been ongoing concerns. I'm going to go over the green team very briefly because on episode 1, I went over the green team in pretty much in length. Still looking for people to join our green team. This is a volunteer effort, a committee that we're looking to help us with the community, keeping our community beautiful, um, improving the ecosystem in our ponds so we don't have those invasive species such as the midges and the mosquitoes. Um, so these are some 5 focus areas that the green team will be working on, which will be our pond partners, the tree enhancement program, having uniform trees throughout the community. Beautification initiative is going to be helping with um, identifying plants and shrubs to plant in the community common areas. We will be telling the landscapers what we want, basically, and working with the board to do that. So that's going to be very exciting to really have some hands-on input there. And then also what I really love is our Avalon Helping Hands. We all can sometimes have unexpected life um, an unexpected life emergency or life event, and maybe we might not be able to keep up our yard the way we normally would, and some of your neighbors can help. So Avalon Helping Hands will be there to support neighbors for when reasonable and available for those unexpected life events like illness or death in the family, and they just need someone to help them temporarily. So that's what Avalon Helping Hands is, just so we can keep our yards looking nice and we can support each other when it gets hard. And the Green Living Academy is educating our homeowners on tips and tricks of the trade. I know I learned a lot from my neighbor across the street. So there's little things that you can do to keep your yard front looking good. And we want to teach and learn from each other, and that'll help us keep our community collectively looking nice. So I'm looking for volunteers. And if you're willing to volunteer to be a part of the team, you don't need to have any experience. All you need is to be ready to have fun, ready to get to know your neighbors, roll up your sleeves, get your hands dirty, literally. Um, so do me a favor, scan this QR code or visit our link tree, sign up. You don't have to put your address, but I do need your name and your email address. You can put your phone number. And I know that several people have told me they are willing to volunteer, but I need you to sign up on our volunteer list because I'm using that list to send out emails to let you know when we're going to meet and important information about the green team. If you're not on the list, you may miss important communications. It's difficult to go and remember everybody who said they were going to help or find where they gave you their email address, but I'm trying to have everything organized on one list because it gets busy for me too, and I'm trying to make sure things stay organized and streamlined just so that nothing and no one gets slipped through the cracks. So do me a favor, even if you know I have your name and your information and I know where you live, please sign up on the list anyway, by completing the survey using this QR code or going to our link tree. Another quick reminder is we have our feedback survey. So I said this in the beginning, so I will go over this very quickly. If you want to give input, we have our feedback survey on our link tree. Please utilize it. If you have a concern, if something happens, also if it's something that's an emergency or immediate, definitely go through the portal. But using our feedback survey assigns it to a board member to keep the board member in a loop and keep this accountability loop going. And it'll just make sure that nothing gets dropped through the cracks. So if it's an owner concern, then definitely still use the coastal property management portal. This is for broad concerns and community concerns. This link tree does not take the place of coastal property management portal. Please continue to use the property management portal for account information, violations, maintenance requests, payments, and all individual homeowner matters. All of your major reports, documents, disclosures, and official communications are found in the property management portal. Our link tree is supplemental just to kind of improve and streamline communication and transparency. I believe that was my last reminder. So, finally, everyone, happy 4th of July. I hope everyone has a really wonderful Saturday. Let's be safe, clean up after ourselves, and enjoy the day. Just a couple of reminders: use your fireworks responsibly. Keep kids and pets away from fireworks. Have a bucket of water just in case. And be aware of your surroundings and respectful of your neighbors. Clean up your firework debris when you're done having fun with your fireworks, and look out for lawns, plants, and storm drains. Bag up and dispose of properly. Let's make sure that our fun is not inconveniencing our neighbors. And if any of you guys are having a huge fireworks show, please let me know, because I have nowhere to watch the fireworks. So help your girl out. Help a sister out. And I hope everyone has a wonderful time and enjoys the weekend. And I will see you in episode 2. Bye.